If Jesus created a bird in the Quran, then either the Quran is false or God lied in Isaiah 44:24. In Surah 3:49 of the Quran, Jesus Isa says, "I create for you out of clay the likeness of a bird, and I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by Allah's permission." This verse claims that Jesus formed a bird from clay and gave it life. It doesn't say he prayed for it. It says, "I create, I breathe, and it becomes." This single statement creates a massive theological dilemma. Why? Because in Isaiah 44:24 KJV, Jehovah, the God of the Bible, makes a bold and exclusive claim. "I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself." Let's break this down carefully. 1. God says he created all things alone. The God of the Bible did not share creative power. He did not allow any being, prophet, angel, or Messiah to participate in making living things. He said, "All things were made by him alone and by myself." No assistant, no delegation, no exceptions. That's not a metaphor. That's divine exclusivity. 2. The Quran says Jesus created life. In Quran 3:49, Jesus forms something with his hands, just like God did in Genesis. Then he breathes life into it, just like God breathed into Adam in Genesis 2:7. Only God can breathe life into the lifeless. If Jesus can do this, then he either shares God's divine creative power or he is God in the flesh. 3. The dilemma. Who's telling the truth? You cannot say, God created all things alone, but Jesus also created life from clay. Unless you are ready to declare that Jesus is that very God, the one speaking in Isaiah 44:24. But if you say Jesus is not God, yet still created life, then Isaiah 44:24 becomes false. It would mean God didn't do it alone, that he lied when he said, "by myself." This is the point of crisis. Either the Quran is wrong and Jesus never created life independently, or the Bible is wrong and God didn't create everything by himself, or Jesus is God, and both texts must be measured by that unshakable truth. There is no fourth option. There is no peaceful compromise. 4. The Quran unknowingly confirms Jesus as divine. By giving Jesus the ability to create living beings, the Quran unknowingly steps into the realm of divine identity. In the Bible, only God creates from nothing. Only God gives breath. Only God brings life into being. So if Isa can do that, he is no mere prophet. He is not just the Messiah. He is not just a messenger. He is the uncreated creator. Which brings us back to Isaiah 44:24. If Jehovah did it alone, and Jesus did it, then Jesus is Jehovah. And if he's Jehovah, then every knee must bow. Not just in churches, but in mosques. Not just in heaven, but on earth and under the earth. 5. Conclusion. You must choose. This is not a cultural debate. This is not a philosophical theory. This is a salvation issue. If Jesus created life and he is not God, then Jehovah lied. If Jehovah told the truth and Jesus created life, then Jesus is God. If both are true, then the Quran is false for denying Jesus' divinity. Which will you accept? One book says God shares his power. Another says God creates alone. But only one truth can stand. Jesus didn't just make a bird. He made the world. He made you. And one day, he will judge all flesh. Bow before the breath giver. Worship the one who forms from clay. Acknowledge the one who did it alone, because he alone is God.